Hey everyone, it's Sammy and my little cat Esme that you're going to hear in the background because she's managed to find an IKEA bag that she keeps diving into and I don't want to take it away from her. Anyways, I thought I would make a video about a topic that's really close to my heart, and that is makeup books. I love makeup books. Now, some of you might think, it's like, what do we need makeup books for anymore? It's like we've got YouTube videos, everyone's making them, everyone's watching them, and it's such an interactive way of finding out, how to do a specific look. Or magazines, there's TV, like everybody's telling you how to do makeup, and books might not be like the most exciting way of doing it. My personal opinion is makeup books still have a huge place kind of in our, makeup library, in our way of finding out how to do makeup. And I want to show you the ones that I love the most, and a special mention. And also because I have been collecting makeup books for a long time, and there are makeup books that are kind of like coffee table books that are beautiful, gorgeous, editorial, like amazing makeup, which are great to watch, but I mean, they're not really actually telling you how to do the looks. I mean, you just great to watch. It's not a YouTube video, that are great to look at, but it's not going to teach me how to do makeup. I can just look at these as pieces of art and I love them. But the ones that I love the most are books that have each taught me something, and that have been special. I'm going to put links to the books below. All of them you can still get, but none of them are new. None of them are hot off the press. These are ones that I have loved for years, like literally for years. And let me know what books you love. I'm always looking to expand my library of makeup books. I can never have too many. Let me know what ones you love and for what reason, because I would love to get your opinion on. And if you have any of these, let me know what you think as well. So if you're thinking of buying makeup books, or if you're thinking of adding to your collection, stay tuned. Now, I'm going to go through these 3 books in no specific order whatsoever. First, I'm going to talk about this one that is by Scott Barnes, and it's called About Face. And it is a book about celebrity makeup. He has worked with so many different ones. J-Lo is obviously in the cover, and for the foreword is by J-Lo. And I mean, there are amazing transformations, as you can see. And there is a fair amount of text as well, stuff to read. It is, the one I have is a soft cover. I think it comes in a hardcover as well. But basically it has a lot of step-by-step tutorials, but unlike a YouTube video, they're all kind of bullet pointed. There's a couple of images of each look, but there isn't like an image for every single stage. Some of them have more, like this one obviously has more. Now, the reason why this is one of my favorite books is not only is he one of my favorite makeup artists, but this is the book that taught me 2 things. 2 things, actually 3 things. This book was the first book that really taught me how to cream contour. There are so many amazing, I'm going to try and find you, way before like Kim Kardashian was, pictured everywhere with her stripy face and kind of the contouring thing. Scott Barnes was doing all of this, and he did such an amazing job. Hold on, I really want to find one. So these are not nearly as dramatic as the Kim Kardashian thing. But this book was the first book that really got me thinking about contour, thinking about how to do it with creams, and got me really into it. So I was like reading all the fine print excitedly and trying things out on myself. The second thing this book did was get me into individual fake eyelashes. Now, it's too far, you can't really see, but a lot of the case studies in this book have individual fake eyelashes. Previously I had thought, you just put a couple of them when you don't want much of a look. This book made me see the beauty of individual fake eyelashes, and how when you add tons of them, the type of effect that you can get with them that you cannot get with a strip lash. And thirdly, it taught me to warm the pencils that I put in my waterline. So those were the three things that I have learned loads of things from this book outside of that. But really, I mean, like the contouring, the cream contouring, the glow that he's able to give people like J-Lo. Like she was the first one, like a big star that really had that glow. And he goes through his techniques for shading, highlighting, and it is a beautiful, beautiful book. I highly recommend this book. I don't know what year this came out. I have no idea. Oh, 2010 or 2011, or the other one. Anyways, now on to two books that are older than that. So that would be like already 4 or 5 years old. This book, sadly, is by a makeup artist, Kevin Aucoin, who's no longer with us. He already died in 2002. So I'm just trying to see what year was this book made. So the book is called Face Forward. And I'm trying to think, it's like, I don't even know when this, I think I would have gotten this book around 2004, 2005, something like that. And I cannot tell you what year this book was made. Sorry, I can't find it and I'm not gonna waste my time. Anyway, this is an amazing book about transformations. And this book, even though it's so old, it opened my eyes to the possibilities of makeup and transforming people into like, that's Martha Stewart as Veronica Lake. Like it's incredible. Like there are some incredible transformations and he talks through all of these transformations. This is Celine Dion as Maria Callas. And he does like a bullet pointed tutorial on how, oh my God, this is one of my favorite ever. Winona Ryder as Elizabeth Taylor. But this was a book that showed to me not the power of like editorial makeup or was like, oh, what can you do in a photo shoot? This showed the power of just changing, my favorite. I gotta show you this. This is Callista Flockhart as Audrey Hepburn. I mean, look at that. And there are so many times where I've actually referenced this book when I first started doing YouTube tutorials, when I first started doing my Iconic Blondes series, because it has just some really simple techniques on how to kind of change face. And one of the beautiful things about books is you can study the face in such great detail. In a YouTube video, you can never see, like if you stop it somewhere, it's always like funny kind of like still, but you can study in amazing detail kind of the quality of the work and just really get into it. And I've got a couple of books by him, but this is my absolute favorite. I mean, he was a genius. He died, I think it was of an overdose, and it's incredibly inspirational. I could forever just go through these pictures and read, but in detail, what he has done. It's a lot of these are stars. I think there's his mum is here as well. Just people that have been turned into other people. And it just talks about technique, it talks about finish, it talks about a lot of stuff. And one of the main things that comes out from this book is the amazing relationship he has with all of his clients. So if you're a makeup artist, I think this is a must read, because the relationship with the person whose face you're touching it's an intimate one. You know, you are touching somebody's face, and he really taught me something about kind of client relationships. Third book is by Bobbi Brown. Now, Bobbi Brown has a lot of books, and I don't even know if this was the first book or the second book. Actually, I should know, but I don't. I have several of her books, but this one is, I think it's the first, but it's the best. Absolutely, like the best book. Now, this one, compared to a lot of other makeup books, has an insane amount of copy. Like, there is a lot of text, there's a lot of information, and there's a lot of information about how to do things. So it's not just like information about how to do a look. There's information about makeup, information about skin. It is so information heavy that, you know, for some people it might be a little bit too much reading, especially in this time when reading is not big. For a long time, this book had come out in 1997. I think I bought this book in early 2000s, I guess. 2002, 3, something like that. And this was my bedtime reading for months and months and months. I think it was on my night table for years, in fact. And I still look at it. And one of the reasons why I'm looking at it again is that there's so much 90s makeup in it. So I get really inspired by all the kind of like 90s looks in the book. That's Tatiana Petit. I loved her. She was an incredible supermodel. But there is so much information. It is really a reading book. This isn't a book that you're gonna sit next to your mirror and, you know, try out looks. It is information. And a lot of her other books, great, I like them, but this one is just so full of information. This was the first book that ever told me that when you're working as a makeup artist, bring protein bars with you because you're not gonna get a chance to eat. She's so right. Like funny little things that I first learned from this book that at the time I wasn't even a makeup artist, but I kind of have carried through my life, and it has kind of filtered into my life later on. But it's an incredible book. I mean, you can't go wrong if you buy any of Bobbi Brown's books. I love her philosophy, I love her makeup range, but for me, maybe it's because it has a really kind of nostalgic feel, but this book is incredible. But it's a reading book. It's not a picture book such as like the Face Forward. You could just like look at the pictures forever. And I do want to do a special mention. I Instagrammed a photo of this. I wonder if this is gonna like really reflect back. I'm trying to see on the screen. Well, kind of. This is the first makeup book I have ever bought, and it's Cindy Crawford's Basic Face. And I almost everything, well, for the first couple of years of me ever doing makeup, was from this book. It's really funny. It's got like cartoons and stuff from the start of her career. Obviously loads of pictures of her incredible face. Love that picture. And the makeup is fairly basic, fairly neutral, like easy. There isn't anything that revolutionary about it, but I'm just giving it a special mention because this was the first makeup book and I treated it like a Bible, like literally. It is not that good in the tutorials anymore, I would say. I mean, it has a lot of information about basic stuff, but like for now, it's not that great, but it does have like oh my God, I can remember when I got my first makeup book, I was like, ah. Anyways, I just thought I would do this short little video and ask you as well, is like, what are your favorite makeup books? And do you even read makeup books anymore? I do want to, I've got a huge collection and I keep expanding it. I do want to get ideas for more, and it's like, what do you love and for what reason? I would love, love, love to know. And yes, I think that's it. I do think books, you know, they do deserve a place in our lives, even with YouTube videos. No matter how much I love YouTube videos, I do love a book. And yeah, and one other thing. See, I have a weird rule. I don't like laptops in bed. Like, for me, it's a computer-free zone. Oh my God. And the cat just did something. I need to go check in a minute. But books. For me, bedtime is for books, not for laptops. So I don't watch YouTube videos when I go to bed. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again next time. Bye.